In this video, I'm going to be going over the must-watch God of War theories of 2022 so far. And on this list, there is going to be a ton of great God of War content creators. So if you hear of someone that you've never heard of before or never seen a video of theirs, I highly recommend each and every single one of these creators and every one of these videos, because I guarantee you're going to have a great time. But before we begin, hit the like and subscribe button kind of like you're slamming Hercules' face in. Coming up on the first spot on this list is Captain Cuba, the captain of God of War theories and lore, with his video called What Happened to Atreus While Kratos is in the Light of Alfheim. Kratos and Atreus are in Alfheim and they're trying to release the Light of Alfheim from the Dark Elves. So after slaughtering a metric ton of Dark Elves, Kratos finds himself in front of the Light of Alfheim and decides to go within it. In Kratos' perspective, he seems like he's only gone for a few moments, but back with Atreus outside of the Light of Alfheim, it seems like hours or maybe even days. So what happened to Atreus while Kratos is in the Light of Alfheim? Check out Captain Cuba's video to find out. Next up on this list is John Ford, the general of the Spartan army, with his video called Why Thor Attacked After 3 Years. So most of us have seen the secret ending of God of War 2018, and for all of you that have not seen this yet, well, I'm going to give you a little snippet. So after we complete the campaign of God of War 2018, we have the option to go home, and if you choose to do this option, we actually are treated to this beautiful spectacle. So just a little reference for all of you, in Norse mythology, after Baldur died, Fimbulwinter began, which is a 3-year span of non-stop winter. And at the end of God of War 2018, we do hear several characters, especially Brock, voice that Fimbulwinter has begun. And Baldur's last words was snow, so there you go, I guess. So John's video goes over why Thor approaches Kratos and Atreus after or during the end of Fimbulwinter. To find out everything about this concept, check out John's video. Everyone's link is in the description. Coming up next on this list with his video called Will Faye Come Back to Life is DAFOOKAS. Faye is probably the biggest unsung hero of God of War 2018. At least in my opinion, especially since all the yellow marks, all the markers that we see traveling throughout the realms was made by hand by Faye. Faye, as most of you know, is Kratos' deceased wife and Atreus' deceased mother. Now, the big push in God of War 2018 is to take Faye's ashes and spread them on the highest peak in all of the realms. Now, a little bit of a spoiler, they do get to the highest peak in all the realms, which is in Yotenheim, Faye's home realm, and there are a ton of dead giants spread throughout the realm, and more on that a little bit later. Now, there is a very popular theory going around that since we spread Faye's ashes on the top of Yotenheim, that she may come back to life, and DAFOOKAS is going to go over everything for you in his video. I highly recommend checking this one out. Next up on this list, and probably one of the most thought out videos on this platform that I have seen, is called The Truth Behind Kratos' Color Changing Nipple by the MIDGARD Chronicler. And yes, this is a real video, and it's extremely entertaining too. So traveling back a little bit, Captain Cuba actually asked the MIDGARD Chronicler to come up with a theory about Kratos' tattoos and the change of it around his nipple. And MIDGARD did not hesitate. And if you have time, I highly recommend checking out this video because it is highly entertaining. Like said before, everything is in the description right down below. Coming up next on this list is a video called When and Who Killed the Giants in Yotenheim by HARSHA. See, I told you we'd come back. So like said before, when Kratos and Atreus arrive in Yotenheim, they see a metric ton of Jotun dead around the landscape, which has most of us wondering, how and when did this happen? Is this an aftermath of Ragnarok? Is this pre-Ragnarok? There is a lot of questions that have not been answered quite yet that might be answered in God of War Ragnarok. But HARSHA has come up with a great theory to cover all of this, and I highly recommend checking this one out. Next up on this list is from God of War GEEK, and his video called Tyr from Another Land. So this theory is going over Tyr and how he may actually be from a different mythology altogether. Throughout God of War 2018, we have seen mural after mural of Tyr traveling through mythologies and different worlds, spreading his peaceful ways. But what if Tyr is from a different mythology or just a completely different land, just like Kratos and Mimir? Check out God of War Geek's video to find out what he thinks and how this very well could be true. Coming up next on this list is from Martyr Might Die in his video called Baldur Blew the Horn. During our travels with Kratos and Atreus becomes extremely sick in Tyr's temple after Modi jumps Kratos, and his godhood seems to overwhelm him. Kratos grabs his boy and heads to the only person in Midgard that he knows and slightly trusts, which is Freya, and on his way to Freya we hear the horn being blown.
Somebody just called the serpent.
And the absolute worst part about this is no one besides the people that work at Sony Santa Monica know who blew this horn. But Martyr Might Die has come up with this great theory. Check it out, link in the description. And last but absolutely not least is CRESHEN with their video called Odin imprisoned Hraesvelgr in Helheim to protect Hel, Loki's daughter. So when Kratos and Atreus, and at one point Kratos by himself, are in Helheim, we see this humongous bird sitting at the other end of the realm. And once again, we do not know who or what this bird really is, or even how it got in the realm to begin with. So CRESHEN came up with this great theory and explains who this bird really is and how it got to the realm of Helheim. So to find out who exactly this bird is and how it got there, check it out in the link down below. So thank you all for watching this video, and I hope this broadened the horizons to other God of War theories and God of War content creators. Check out all the videos and the channels with the link down below, and have a great time. My name is Shane Static. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.